Yes, ma'am.
Boys, say something. Okay. Bismillah. Okay, please wake up. Okay. Acid, bases, and salts. And please open page 120. Okay, take out page 120 of your book. And let's start. What is an acid? From first topic 5.1. And these things, these are the basic starting things of this chapter, and you're already familiar of these things, like the acids, um, indicators, pH scale. Okay, these things, they're really simple. Okay, so and let's try to complete this topic 5.1 today. Okay, so the acid comes from the Latin word acidus. And do you know the meaning of acidus? What's the meaning of the word acidus? Any idea? No? Boys, please say something.
No, ma'am.
Why? Oh yeah, only Abdul Rafi is saying, and the other boys are so quiet. I'll mark absent for all of you. Okay, so the word acidus means sour, okay, or sour. So all the things which are sour in taste. So previously they used to call all of them acidus or acids. Okay, so the things which are sour in taste. But after much discoveries, they came to know that there are certain qualities of substances which are sour in taste, and we call them acids. Okay, like for example, in all of the acids there is hydrogen present. Okay, in all acids, the presence of hydrogen is compulsory. All acids contain H positive. Okay, H positive hydrogen is present, plus all non-metals are present in acids. Okay, all non-metals are there, means oxygen, carbon, nitrogen, sulfur, etc. Okay, so these are non-metals. So hydrogen is compulsory in all of the acids, plus non-metals, any non-metal. Okay, non-metal or the collection of non-metals present in acids. So there are two types of acids. Okay, they are acids. Okay, and then number two, we have mineral acids. Okay, so organic acids and mineral acids. Can you guess which of them will be the harmful one and which are safe to use? Guess.
Organic are harmful.
Mm, no, it's actually opposite. Okay, mineral acids, they are harmful acids. Okay, mineral acids are very harmful. They are toxic. They're very dangerous. Okay, mineral acids. And mineral acids are also inorganic in nature. They are inorganic in nature. Okay, I'll tell you the difference. Organic, first of all, the organic word is like these substances are natural. Okay, they are naturally found. And then the organic means that they are hydrocarbons. Okay, organic compounds or organic acids contain hydrocarbons. Okay, hydrocarbons you studied in the previous class that they are mainly composed of carbon and hydrogen. Okay, so in organic acids, the main components are carbon and hydrogen. Okay, and then there are other elements, other non-metals are also present, but mainly it's a compound of carbon and hydrogen. Okay, and organic acids, they have long formulas. Okay, their formulas are long. Okay, and they are not harmful. Okay, and some of them are edible also because they are not harmful at all. Okay, and if we take them in large amount, then they will produce harmful effects, because everything which we take in large amount is harmful. Like for the sugar and salt also, sugar and salt, they are good for us, they are essential for us, but if we take them in large amount, then they will produce harmful effects. Similarly, organic acids have the same effect. Okay, if we take them in small amount, then they're good. Okay, but if we take them in large amount, then they will produce harm to our body. Okay, for the hydrocarbons, if you remember in hydrocarbons, you studied that carbon has a special property to form long chains, like this. Okay, carbon can form long chains like propane, butane, hexane, heptane. Do you remember from grade 7?
Yes, long hydrocarbon chains.
Yes. Yeah, long hydrocarbon chains. So in organic acids also, carbon can make long chain. Okay, it has a special property to form bonds with itself. So carbon forms a long chain, and in the end, the acid group will be attached with it. Okay, I'll tell you how it is made. Okay, so that is why they have a long formula, because they're organic in nature, they're hydrocarbons. Okay, and the mineral acids have small formula. Okay, they are inorganic. Inorganic means they are not found naturally, means they are prepared. Okay, and they have small formula like HCl, H2SO4, HNO3, nitric acid. Okay, they have hydrogen present in the starting, and then there are nonmetals with them. Okay, and they are very dangerous. Okay, and the same thing is written here, that they are organic acids. Okay, these acids are present in animals and plant material and are known as organic acids, means they are found naturally. Okay, and carbonic acid from carbon dioxide dissolved in water is present in Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or other fizzy drinks. Okay, so these are all organic acids, and the other acids, a number of acids also corrosive. They can eat away their way through clothing and are dangerous on the skin. Okay, some can even attack on the marble, stonework, and metals. They are known as mineral acids, which are very dangerous. Okay, so this is the difference between both of these acids. Okay, then there is a topic of indicator, a paragraph in which indicator is written. Okay, so what do you understand by the term indicator?
It indicates something like if this is this one.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Okay, indicator indicates whether the solution or a substance is acidic, alkaline, or neutral. Okay, by changing its color. So how it indicates? Okay, by changing color. So it changes its color in alkaline solution, in acidic solution, and in neutral solution by changing its color. Okay, and we'll study it in detail also. So two commonly used indicators are litmus and methyl orange. So they are two commonly used indicators, and there is phenolphthalein also. Okay, which will come later in the table. Should I change the slide?
Indicators for
Sorry.
what is indicators?
There's a noise coming from someone's mic.
Yeah, I'm saying what are the indicators for?
Yes, indicators are used for checking whether the solution is acidic or
Yeah,
alkaline. It tells us.
for pH level.
No, no, the pH indicator, that's the other thing. Okay, it tells us about the strength also. So we have two types of indicators, like simple indicators, which only tells us about acidity or basicity. And there are other indicators which tells us about the pH, about the strength also. Okay, so first they are talking about simple indicators.
Okay.
Okay, then there is a table, okay, in which organic acids are written, some of the organic acids examples, and some mineral acids. Okay, in the organic acids you can see that they have long formula. Okay, like ethanoic acid, and their uses are written. Organic acids are weak, and mineral acids are strong. Okay, you have to learn their uses also. Okay, you should know their some of the uses. Okay, and ethanoic acid, like see the organic acid, number one we have ethanoic acid. Okay, and ethanoic acid is also known as acetic acid. Its another name is acetic acid. Okay, ethanoic acid formula is written CH3 COOH. Okay, so I told you that they are hydrocarbons. Okay, so in hydrocarbons the carbons are linked with each other, so there are two carbons in this formula as it's ethanoic acid. Okay, so 2 carbons are linked with each other. One of the carbon has 3 hydrogens. So 3 bonds, 3 hydrogens. Okay, and then with 1 hydrogen there is OOH. So carbon is forming, carbon forms double bond with 1 O, single bond with 1 O, and then H. So this is the structure. The structure making, obviously it will not come, okay, but I just do to show you that this is how it forms. Or first of all, the carbon will be linked. All the carbons which are present, they will join with each other, okay, and then the compound will form. Okay, so it's ethanoic acid. Number 2 is methanoic acid. And methanoic acid formula, its formula is simple. Methanoic acid, and its other name is formic acid, which is present in ant stings. Okay, formic acid or methanoic acid, and its formula is simple, HCOOH. Okay, for the lactic acid, there is a big formula. Okay, it's very hard to learn this this much big formula, so you can combine the carbons and hydrogens for the lactic acid. So how many carbons are there in the formula of lactic acid? Count the number of carbons.
2, ma'am.
Hmm?
Lactic
Uh,
acid, there are
yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Yes, and how many hydrogens?
Hydrogens are 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hmm. In one
Yes.
hydrogen, this is CH3. So 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Okay, so first hydrogen is 3 is written with it. So total 6 hydrogens, and oxygens are total 3. So this is the formula of lactic acid. When you combine it, C3H6O3. Now it's easy to learn. Okay, and for citric acid, it's written the combined form C6H8O7. This is citric
Ma'am, our
acid.
biology sir said it will be easy if you take glucose half.
Glucose half.
C6H12O6.
Yeah,
C3H.
glucose half.
Lactic
Glucose
acid.
is also a hydrocarbon. Do you know this? C6H12O6, glucose or sugar, it's also hydrocarbon. Okay, so all the carbohydrates which are present in our body, glucose is also a carbohydrate. Glucose, sugar, fructose, these are all carbohydrates. So carbohydrates are also hydrocarbons, okay, which are present in our body. And then you have mineral acids. Okay, carbonic acid. This carbonic acid H2CO3. Okay, is used in fizzy drinks. Carbonic acid is in the middle. Okay, so it's a mineral acid, means it's a non-organic acid. Okay, you can see that carbonic acid is a mineral acid, means it's not found naturally. It's not an organic acid, but it's a weak acid. Okay, like organic acid. So it comes in the middle. Carbonic acid is a mineral acid, but it's a weak acid. Okay, so remember it's a weak acid, but it's inorganic in nature. It's mineral. Okay, so this is the table. Okay, and you have to learn the formulas and everything. After that, there are indicators. Okay, and indicators are, I told you that indicators, okay, they are the substances which indicates whether a solution is alkaline or acidic, oh, or neutral. Okay, by changing its color. By changing the color. So the indicator solutions, okay, the indicators, they are of one color in acid solution, different color in neutral solution, and different color in alkaline solution. Okay, like here in this example, there is the example given of litmus. Okay, litmus solution. So it's purple in neutral solution. Okay, in neutral solution it's purple, In acidic solution, it's red, and in alkaline solution, it's blue in color. Okay, so you can see three colors are written here: purple in neutral, red in alkaline, and blue in red in acidic and blue in alkaline solution. Okay, so this is an example of indicator that they change color in different solutions. Okay, but these simple indicators only tells us about the acidity, alkalinity, and neutral solution. Okay, and indicators, they are often made from natural substances. Okay, and in this paragraph, in this paragraph, it's written that they are made from some of the indicators. They're naturally made from red cabbage, from blackberries, and from lichens. Okay, so from three substances we often make the indicators: from red cabbage, from blackberries, okay, and from lichens. Okay, and from lichens, remember that the important indicator, which is known as litmus solution or litmus paper, okay, this comes from the lichens. Okay, now for every indicator we have solution and paper also. Okay, remember, for every solution, like for litmus also we have litmus solution and we have litmus paper. Okay, similarly for the others also we have paper and solution. Now on page 121, okay, on page 121 there is a table of simple indicators which indicate about the solution according to their color change. Okay, and this table is also really important. Okay, it's very important. So the litmus, number one, the litmus is red in acid, purple in neutral, and blue in alkali. Okay, number two, there is another indicator which is known as phenolphthalein. Okay, phenolphthalein is the indicator. If you remember, we use this indicator in titration. When we studied titration in the topic of moles, okay, then we use phenolphthalein, so it turns pink in alkali. Okay, it is colorless in acid and neutral, and it's pink in alkali. And number three, we have methyl orange. Methyl orange is red in acid, orange in neutral, and yellow in alkali. Okay, so its strength means decreases from red to orange to yellow. So these are some of the simple indicators. Okay, now there is one more indicator, very important indicator, which is known as universal indicator. Okay, now what is the difference between simple indicator and universal indicator? Simple indicators means the litmus, phenolphthalein, these type of indicators, they tell us only whether the solution is acid or a base. Only the acidity, alkalinity, or neutrality, okay, of a solution. So it only tells us about these three things. But the universal indicator, it tells us about the strength also. Okay, whether the substance is strong or weak. Okay, universal indicator is a solution, and it also has a paper which is known as pH paper. Okay, so remember that pH paper and universal indicator, they are the same thing. Okay, they're same. Universal indicator or pH paper, they are same, but pH is, it's just a paper. Okay, it's a paper, and universal indicator is a solution. Okay, so if it comes that we are using universal indicator paper, so it means that we are using pH paper. Okay, so universal indicator is the pH, so it tells us about the strength of acid and base by changing the colors. Okay, and on the next page, or on the same page, you can see the colors. Okay, these are the colors of the universal indicator solution. Okay, so universal indicator is actually transparent. Okay, it's transparent, but when we add it in different solutions, then it changes the color, And according to the color intensity, we know that this is the pH of the solution and whether it is strong or weak. Okay, and then we have pH scale on which numbers are written, and according to the numbers we can match the colors on of our solution color with the pH scale. Okay, pH scale color, and then we should know, we come to know about the strength of it. Okay, the pH scale, and you are already familiar about the pH scale, and its colors are really important. Okay, you have to learn the colors. Okay, learn the colors. So neutral pH scale is a pH. The pH are from 0 to 14. What's the neutral pH?
Color. 7. 7. Neutral
Yes,
is
pH
7.
7. pH 7 is neutral, and what is its color? pH 7 color. It's green. Okay, you can see here the green color of pH 7. So it's green in color. Okay, pH 7, the neutral one. And when we go below 7, oops, below 7, it's like from 0 to 6, it's acidic. Okay, and above 7, from 8 to 14, it's alkaline. Okay, now the 4 digits in the starting and 4 digits in the end. Okay, like 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 4 digits in the starting and in the end 11, 12, 13, 14. 4 in the starting, 4 in the end. They are indicating strong. Okay, so strong
Strong
acids.
alkali and acid and strong alkaline.
Yes, and they are strong alkalis. Okay, strongly alkaline. Okay, and then the three digits in the middle, 4, 5, 6, and 8, 9, 10. Three digits in the middle, they are indicating weak. Okay, so remember this thing. The 4 digits in the starting and the end, they are indicating strong acids and strong alkali, and three digits in the middle, they are indicating weak acid and weak alkali. Okay, remember the greater than 7 pH is alkaline and less than 7 pH is acidic. Okay, and learn their colors also. Then strong acidic colors are red. Okay, weakly acidic colors are orange and yellow, and weakly alkaline colors are blue. Okay, blue and purplish, and strongly alkaline colors are dark purple, they are violet. Okay, dark purple or violet in color. So this is about the pH scale or universal indicator. Okay, remember pH scale and universal indicator are same. Okay, then here the main topic of pH scale. Okay, and in the starting it's written about its history. Okay, and no need to learn the history because history will never come. Okay, it never comes. So this one, okay, the history of it, don't study the history. I hate history actually. That's why I'm saying it to you. You should also learn it. Okay, and then you have these are the rules. These rules are really important. Okay, and you are already familiar with them. Acids have pH less than 7. Okay, the more acidic a solution, the lower the pH. Okay, means from 7, the lower you get, the more acidic it becomes. Okay, the more acidic means 6 is weak acidic as compared to 1. 1 is more acidic.
And the higher you get, more alkaline.
Yes, and the higher you get, the more alkali it becomes, more alkaline. Very good. Okay, neutral substances such as pure water have pH of 7. Alkalis have pH greater than 7. Okay, and in this study tip, it's written that we will take a reference point. In everything, we have a reference point, and in pH scale, the reference point is neutral, pH 7. Okay, like whenever pH scale is explained, like in any class, whenever pH is explained, then first we will write about pH 7. It's a reference. Okay, so we write pH 7 neutral, And then we will tell that the pH less than 7 is this and pH more than 7 is this. So 7 is actually our reference point. Okay, it's our reference point. Okay, so in study tape it's written that you can learn like this, that keeping pH 7 as a reference point and the midpoint of the scale. So as you move down from 7, the solution is acidic, and as you move up from 7, the solution is alkaline. Okay, and here in this paragraph it's written that we have a solution which is universal indicator. Okay, for the same purpose we have pH paper. Okay, sorry, pH paper, and also we have pH meter. Okay, so pH meter is actually a device. Okay, it's a digital device, okay, with which the pen is connected. Okay, this is like a pen, it's a rod actually, it's a sensor. Okay, it will sense the pH. So we dip it into the solution. Okay, whatever solution we have, we dip this rod into the solution. This is a sensor, so it will sense the pH of the solution, and then it will show us on the screen. Okay, like 6.1 or whatever the pH is. So it will come on the screen without changing the color. So in that case, in pH meter, there is no change in color. Okay, no color change, so we don't have to do anything manually. Okay, means we don't have to put something in it in the solution, and means we have to put the pen in the solution, but not the paper or the solution. And there's no color change, and we don't have to tally the color on the pH scale. Okay, and we have to guess because errors can come in that. So pH meter is more accurate. Okay, this one, it's the latest one, the digital form of pH paper pH scale. So it's more accurate because it's very sensitive. Okay, next. There are some questions. Okay, and they are very simple questions. Okay, and from your knowledge, just tell me what do you understand by the term corrosive? Hmm? Corrosive means harmful. Okay, harmful or damaging. Okay, if anything is damaging or burning or destroying or harmful, then we say it as corrosive. It has a corrosive nature. Which acid is present in orange or lemon juice?
Citric acid.
Awesome. Citric acid. Okay, then is a solution acidic, alkaline, or neutral if its pH is 11? So if it is 11,
Uh, Alkaline.
very good. Alkaline. pH 7,
Neutral.
other boys can also participate. No compulsion. Okay, pH 8.
Neutral.
Oh, come on, pH 8. It's above 7.
It is alkaline.
Yeah, it's alkaline, above 7. Okay, and pH 3?
Acidic.
Yes, very good. Which solution is more acidic? The one with pH 4 or the one with pH 1?
1.
1.
Yes, pH 1. What color is universal indicator in sugar solution? Sugar solution is neutral. So what will be the color of universal indicator?
Green.
Yes, green. Okay, and what acid is present in vinegar? Vinegar. See the table at the back quickly. Come on, see the acid table from the first page. It's a weak acid. So in vinegar, I think your book is not open. Yeah, that's why you boys are quiet. Ethanoic acid. Okay, in vinegar, ethanoic acid is present, and which is also known as acetic acid. Okay, and what is its formula? I just explained you the formula also of ethanoic acid.
Ma'am, the formula of ethanoic acid is CH3COOH.
Yeah. Okay, CH3COOH. This is ethanoic acid or acetic acid. Okay, now in the next class we'll start topic 5.2. Yeah, Alhamdulillah, we have completed first topic. Okay, so we'll start this topic inshallah, and we'll try to complete one topic in one class inshallah. Okay, so you can go now. I'll see you inshallah next week. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
and try to complete your homework.
Allah Hafiz, ma'am.
Hafiz, ma'am.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.